My name is Katie. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I work full time and I love makeup and skincare. I truly believe every single woman wants to look and feel her best, and I have the tools and the resources to help you get there. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Moodstruck Addiction Shadow Palette number 6. This is part of the August Kudos. You either get a shadow palette or a quad palette. You can pick. You can also grab, it also comes with the mascara, Epic or 40, your choice, as well as a super cute makeup bag. The bonus tier 2, if you go to the next level, you get the limited edition felt tip eyeliner, black eyeliner. It's supposedly amazing. It came out Black Friday, and for some crazy reason, I did not grab it. I don't know. Anyway, it's okay. We'll just keep it moving. I will tell you this. I went ahead, I put on my eye primer. Eye primer helps these beautiful pigments pop. So when that happens, you have to use less product, which is awesome, right? Because this is going to last you like so much longer when you use less product. I'm going to take my deluxe brush. Let me go in here, the Luxe brush, and I'm going to go in with this light pink color here called Calm, and I'm going to put that onto the side of my deluxe brush. The eye primer also helps prevent your pigments from creasing, and it helps them last all day long, okay? So I get asked this all the time. What are you wearing on your lips? This is not like what I plan on wearing in the end. It's actually downstairs. I just threw on this Burt's Bees lip shimmer in the color Watermelon. It kind of has like a little teensy tiny amount of peppermint to it. And you know, with our Hottie lip plumper, my gosh, that sold out in like seconds, y'all. I didn't even get a chance to grab one. It'll be back in November. So if you want to be notified anytime that the lip plumper comes back, just say chat in the comments. I have a messenger chat that I use for whenever products that are sold out come back in stock, as well as for whenever products are retiring, or right now our unique convention is about to start. So I'm going to share products that are new and coming out that are on the horizon. It is, oh my gosh, such an exciting time. So again, I'm just throwing that Calm all over my eyelids. So anyway, this lip color, again, I just picked this up at CVS. I wanted to try it to see what I thought of it, and I like it. I like anything that's close to my natural lip color. Okay, hey Shelly, thanks for jumping on. Okay, so now that I have thrown that on, and again, we are talking about the Moodstruck Addiction Shadow Palette number 6, and I'm going to create a fabulous eye look with this. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to go into this light brown color here called Enthralled. Okay, so I'm going to take that and just dust that in the crease as a transition color. I will tell you, a couple of years ago when I first started really kind of getting into makeup, I had no idea what a transition color was and why it was important. And what it does is it allows you, when you want to put those like darker pigments on, it kind of gives you a foundation to build them on so they look really nice and smooth and fabulous versus like, you got some color there. And blending in transition colors, huge game changers when it comes to your eye makeup look, okay? I will tell you this, I really like that Calm, that base color that I put on, and I've not added any pigment to my brush yet, you all. I'm just blending a little bit of what I put on already. I really like that Calm as an all-over eye look, because what that does is it balances out the tone of your eyelid to give you a more youthful and awake appearance. So now I'm just putting a little bit more of that Enthralled, mainly on the side of my fluffy crease brush, and taking that right along my crease there, and then dragging some of that pigment into the inner corner and down along my eye there. I have a pretty big space to work with. I know not everybody has that. So I like to kind of try to bring that pigment up a little bit, so then that way when my eye is open, you can see it. And I actually have some time today, so I'm going to really take my time and do like a really fabulous eye makeup look. Normally, oh my gosh, I'm like in a rush. I'm like, oh, I gotta hurry. I got a meeting. But I do have to leave soonish. It's not like I have to leave right this second. The unique convention this year is virtual. We were supposed to be in Denver, Colorado. I was so excited. I bought my convention ticket at the end of convention last year, and I booked my plane ticket like before COVID. Like that's how long I've had my plane ticket. Back in February, I think is when I booked it. And oh my gosh, I was so excited. I have never been to Denver, Colorado. I think I maybe had a layover there one time when I was flying out west. Now I'm going to take my blending brush. Let me see if I have that on here. I think I do. How do I not have blending brush on my banners? Oh my gosh. There we go. We're going to add that bad boy right there. Okay, so blending brush. You want to make sure you have a blending brush. You can see the bristles are pretty fluffy because what you do with the blending brush is you blend it out. You don't want there to be any harsh lines. So this just smooths everything out. So I was like all set to go to Denver. And then when all of this coronavirus started happening, we weren't sure what they were going to do. And so a couple months ago, they announced that convention was going virtual. And it is supposedly, they had some elite status presenter training last night that was amazing. And so I'm really excited. It starts for everybody else today. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my crease brush, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next with the crease brush. I really like to take that enthralled and take that along my lower lash line. This, you all, is a game changer. I feel like it really helps pull your eye look all together. The other thing that I think that it does that is so helpful is it masks any fine lines that you have along your lower lash line. So what you want to do though is you want to make sure you don't pull the pigment too far down, because then it drags your eye down, but just keep it right along that lower lash line and you are good. And you can see that really just pulls that look all together. So now I'm going to go back in with my fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to take this red color here, blazing. And I know you're like, oh my gosh, that's intense. Let me show you how you work it. Because I laid down this enthralled first, you're going to be like, holy guacamole, that looks fabulous. Put a little bit of that onto the side of your fluffy crease brush and just see how I'm building it on top of that pigment that I already laid down. And you can see, instead of it being like super over the top crazy, it is blending and sitting on that lid so nicely, you all. So it's not something you need to be terrified of when you see that shadow in this pigment. It looks really nice. All right, so again, just kind of taking that, putting it mainly like in the outer corner, but I do kind of bring it in a little bit and in and up. And I'm just working with what I've already laid down. You can see, yes, I tap into it in between eyes, but when I'm coming in here now to kind of smooth it out, I'm not tapping into the pigment. One of the things that I want to say that is a little bit different about the unique pigments, if you've never tried them before, is that in my experience, there's not a lot of fallout. So there are some pigments, depending on what they are, you're going to see a lot of fallout. And so the recommendation is to do your face makeup second. So do your eyes first and then your face makeup. For me, I don't typically see a lot of fallout with my unique pigments unless I'm using something like this one here, the Delightful, which I am going to use. I'm going to just be really careful when I use it. You can get a little bit more fallout with that. And it is mainly because it is a really soft pigment. So that's just something to keep in mind. I felt like this over here was not as dark as this over here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to take that blending brush. And I'm going to just blend that out. When in doubt, blend it out. I'm kind of pulling it in because I don't want to drag my eye down. Nobody wants to be drugged down, am I right? Let's lift each other up, y'all. That was Southern. Okay, so just blending that out. And yeah, I love blazing. It's one of my favorites. That's what Shelly said. I know, like it is so pretty. I think that it can be really intimidating, but I really like it in this palette. especially when you layer it with those like browns. And you could also go in with more like the pinky color, and that would really help it, you know, pop as well. All right, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my cream shadow brush. All right, and I'm going to go in with this pigment here called Delightful. All right, so when you go into it, you want to be really, really careful because it is pretty darn crumbly. And I'm going to press that into my cream shadow brush and press that onto the lid. All right, I'm not getting the amount of pigment that I want. So another thing, I always just keep this rose water. This is like a drugstore rose water that I wasn't like super crazy about using it on my skin, but I just keep it here in the studio to get my cream shadow brush a little bit wet. All right, I'm still having a hard time grabbing that pigment. So whenever you apply a shadow like this, what you can do is you can use your cream shadow brush. It really helps the pigment pop. If you're still not getting the look that you want, you can also, oh my God, I just about broke it, y'all. Yikes. You can take your ring finger and press it onto the lid. Now, do you see how I'm getting that fallout? I'm not fretting. Nobody's fretting, okay? All I'm gonna do, I'm going to lightly take my blending brush, and now I literally have Delightful all over the place. This is my powder puff brush, just wiping off that shadow there. And because I really want that red to be a nice line at the top, I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit of that blazing. Okay. Now let's go in on the other side with Delightful. I'm not even going to try to use my cream shadow brush. I'm just going to go in with my finger and press that all on the lid. And I am really getting the effect that I want when I am doing that. Yes! So pretty! Look at that, you all. Okay? Again, take my blending brush, kind of lightly blend it out, and then go in with my fluffy crease brush, put it on the side, and just go back in along the top there a little bit. Like that. Like that. Okay. And then again, I know it's like a constant just brushes back and forth. Go in with your blending brush, blend that out. Just like that. All right. Take a little bit of that blazing, bring that down just in the outer corner on the crease brush. Okay. Now, some things that I like to do to really finish this eye look off. I'm going to take my white eyeliner in Pristine, and I'm going to put that in the lower waterline. That is going to help really brighten up the eye, you all. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to very, very lightly line my eyes with my Dip and Draw liner in black. I'm not going to do anything crazy. Oh, this is not black. This is the purple, pronounced. That would have been fun though, but I want to do black. All right, so take a little bit of that black. I'm going to stamp it along my lash line, very close to my lash line. I'm not trying to do anything dramatic. I'm really trying to highlight the eye, the look that I created. Sorry, I can't talk in line at the same time. And then what I'll do is I'll go in with my mascara. So if you have any questions about this look, please don't hesitate to ask. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.